What split-second decision changed your life? I was in line at the pharmacy when I heard the cashier telling this teenage girl her insurance wouldn't cover her insulin. The girl started crying and begging, saying she only had $12. Normally, I mind my own business. I had my own problems, just got divorced, barely making rent. But watching this kid panic about something she needed to survive just broke me. Without thinking, I stepped forward and handed the cashier my credit card. Put it on here. The girl looked shocked and tried to refuse, but I insisted. She wrote down my number and promised to pay me back. I figured I'd never hear from her again, and that was fine. 3 days later, she calls me sobbing. Turns out her mom had been stealing her insulin money for drugs. This 17-year-old was literally dying because her own mother chose addiction over her daughter's life. I told her to pack whatever she could and come stay with me until we figured something out. My ex-wife thought I was crazy for taking in a random kid, but I couldn't just walk away. The first week was rough. Sarah barely spoke, just sat in my spare room doing homework. Then child services showed up at my door. Her mother had reported me for kidnapping her daughter. I almost lost Sarah right there. The caseworker was this stern woman named Mrs. Putin who grilled me for 2 hours. Why would a divorced man take in a teenage girl he doesn't know? I explained everything, showed her the pharmacy receipt, even called the pharmacist as a witness. Turns out Sarah had been lying to me. She wasn't 17, she was only 15. And her mother wasn't just stealing insulin money. The woman had been using Sarah to pay for drugs. The pharmacy cashier later told me Sarah came in with different men every week, always looking terrified. Mrs. Putin pulled me aside and whispered, "This girl has been through hell. Are you sure you can handle this?" I looked at Sarah sitting on my couch, still clutching that old backpack with everything she owned, and knew I couldn't abandon her. The custody process took 6 months. Sarah's mother contested it, not because she wanted her daughter back, but because losing custody meant losing her income source. I had to hire a lawyer I couldn't afford and take time off work I desperately needed. During the court hearings, more truth came out. Sarah had been supporting herself since age 12. She'd learned to forge her mother's signature, manage her own medical care, and even had a secret job cleaning offices at night just to afford insulin. The judge was horrified. Sarah's mother got 5 years for child endangerment. I got temporary custody, then permanent guardianship when Sarah turned 16. My ex had started telling people I was probably a pred for taking in a teenage girl. School was another battle. Sarah tested 3 grade levels behind in everything except math and science. The guidance counselor wanted to put her in remedial classes, but I saw how brilliant she was. I hired tutors with money I didn't have and sat with her every night until 2 a.m. studying. The breakthrough came junior year when Sarah aced the state chemistry exam. Suddenly, colleges were calling. Harvard, Stanford, Johns Hopkins, they all wanted her. But Sarah almost didn't apply anywhere. She was convinced she didn't deserve it, that someone like her couldn't become a doctor. I had to literally drive her to the guidance office and watch her submit applications. Medical school was worse. Sarah called me at least twice a week having panic attacks, convinced she didn't belong. Other students came from doctor families with connections. Sarah came from nothing. That was 8 years ago. Sarah graduated valedictorian, got a full scholarship to medical school, and just finished her residency. She's now an endocrinologist helping other diabetic kids.